All right. Hello, everyone. Daulton Tyler here. I'm coming to you looking to interview one of my good friends, Matt Taylor, here with Capital Physical Therapy and Fitness. I appreciate you joining me, Matt. One of the goals or the purpose of this is to really understand Matt, understand his business, and understand the difference he's looking to make in physical therapy in the state of West Virginia. So again, thank you for your time, Matt. Thank you for joining me. First thing I would like to ask is just a little bit about yourself, about Capital Physical Therapy, about your past, your education, your childhood, where you grew up, and also some about your personal life.
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks for having me, Dalton. I'm happy to be here and let you guys know a little bit about what I do. And I am born and raised from West Virginia. I'm from Brooke County, West Virginia. Go Brook Bruins. And went to school Wheeling Jesuit University for undergrad and grad school. Graduated in 2010 and 2012. My wife and I moved to Arizona right after we got married, and went to New Orleans and wound up in Charleston, West Virginia. I've been a therapist for about 8 years. I've done a little bit of every kind of physical therapy, then inpatient, outpatient, traveling, home health, and just wound up loving outpatient, feeling like I could have the best effect in outpatient.
Awesome, awesome. But one thing I like about your story is that you haven't always been in West Virginia, and you haven't always been in one certain part of West Virginia. You've lived in different parts of West Virginia, lived out of state, got a lot of experience within physical therapy in a lot of different areas. Congratulations. I'm sure it's been something that came a long way for you to finally get your own gym, physical therapist, training center. So congratulations on Capital Physical Therapy. Can you tell me a little bit about, your physical location in Kanawha City, what you offer there, how long you've been there, and things like that?
Yeah, sure. And it was a unique situation being able to travel with my wife and going for her schooling all over the country, but it allowed us to really get exposed to a lot of different things. And for me, I had a bunch of different jobs, just trying to pay the bills and support our little team out there. But yeah, I saw some good therapy and a lot of bad therapy, and a lot of things that I said if I had the chance to change, that I definitely would. And finally, I just got so irritated and fed up with the way things currently were, that I chose to start Capital Physical Therapy and Fitness. And it's been, I want to say, about a year and 4 months in the making. But we opened up on January 6th, and just super, super excited about it. We were in about 10 weeks, and we were seeing about 50 patients a week, and then COVID-19 crisis hit. But some of the products that we offer, I'm a specialist in a couple different areas. Some of them are lymphedema care, so people who have that radical mastectomy, and they have unilateral swelling of one arm, or sometimes both arms get involved, or we see the obese population have a lot of issues with chronic leg swelling as well. Vertigo, so anytime someone has any dizziness, issues like that, unstable on their feet, vertigo. Let me see. The LSBT Big program is the gold standard for Parkinson's disease. So that's another thing that we specialize in. And I'm a strength and conditioning specialist. So that's really where what I love to do: help young athletes get them back and get them better faster than hopefully any other clinic could in Kanawha County and the state of West Virginia. Hopefully.
Awesome, awesome. That's something else I like about you, is that you have a lot of specialties. You have a lot of things that not only are you looking to touch on, be able to assist on, but you have a lot of experience in. So it's not a light topic that you've done in the past. It's something that you put a lot of work and training into, and I love that you take pride in that. And I love that you're still very optimistic. During you did start out at a pretty rough time. You were going so good, had a lot of steam. But willing to adapt, change, grow still in this process. It's pretty admirable. Next question I would have would be, what makes you different? Capital Physical Therapy, there's tons of physical therapy places in this area in the United States. So when it comes to yourself and Capital Physical Therapy, what makes you different?
It's been a long time answering this one, but I'll keep it brief though. Physical therapy as a whole is that we're very slow to adopt things. And a snapshot of physical therapy today in Kanawha County, West Virginia, looks a lot like how it did in 1990. And heart surgery has changed a lot in 30 years. Physical therapy has changed a lot in 30 years. So a lot of clinics have a very passive approach where you receive physical therapy. I take a very active approach where you are a participant in physical therapy. And I really concentrate on what the evidence and research that comes together at our clinic. And we seem to have, at least our 10-week sample size, some pretty good results with our outcomes. Another way that we're different is the average clinic sees patients and clients 2 or 3 times a week for, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months from what I've seen, and my 8-year sample size of being a therapist. And our goal is to get you better faster. That's our tagline for a reason. So I want to see people for half of that, twice a week maybe to start, quickly going down to once a week. And our goal is to get them out of there so that they're able to take care of themselves, basically. You think transitioning to from physical therapy to personal training is also another big key to what we do. So when someone graduates from physical therapy, then they have the option to encouragement to either get a gym membership or continue with personal training, or continue with their own thing at home. They have a home gym set up, but our goal is to get them to the next step, though.
Awesome. So that was another question in regards to, so we understand a lot about what you do, what you pride yourself on, what makes you different. So let me ask you more about your why. So what is your why? Why do you want to be a physical therapist?
Love this question. Someone told me one time that no one cares what you do, but until they know why you do it. So yeah, we really love what we do. I especially do, but the feeling of helping someone get back to doing what makes them them, that brings me more joy and satisfaction than anything else that I've done in my life, really. I feel like the good Lord has given me some gifts to help facilitate the healing process, because the body's incredible. It'll heal itself. You just kind of prime it and put it in the right position most of the time. If you put it in the right position to do that, and the human body fascinates me, and it's something that I never get tired of learning about.
Yeah, that's awesome. You definitely seem to be very motivated, and you have so many factors going into that motivation, personal reasons, faith, wanting to help other people, seeing errors in the field that you've worked in and that you've been learning in, and having that motivation to change it. So what do you use, sort of use that motivation, but what do you do to motivate your clients or your customers to really, up the bar and be able to assist them in, getting better faster?
Yeah, for me, I'm personally motivated by my failures, and that's why I love the gym so much, is because it prepares people. If you're not failing in the gym with your exercise, then you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. So, but knowing that about myself, it's different for each patient and client. Is figuring out what makes that patient or client tick. Are they internally or are they externally motivated to? Trying to figure that out and really get the buy-in from your patients, and so you can connect is a big deal. Overwhelmingly, people respond to positive feedback. If I give you some good encouragement and tell you good job, or that was just a basic example, but people overwhelmingly respond well to some good feedback. So we always try to be encouraging everything that we do.
That's awesome. So where do you see a lot of people currently dwelling on these times? We have, it's hailing, raining outside. The world might be ending, but it's not going to. So where are you going to be? Let me ask you, where you see yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Capital Physical Therapy, location 1, 2, and 3. Where are you going to be at in 5 years, Matt?
Well, we got to get one up and running first here. We were on a good course and trajectory, but it's kind of derailed things. But the good Lord closes one door, but He opens another, and we have taken the time and invested with your clinic, or not clinic, but your company, Daulton, with Thrive, And it's opened up a whole new world of telehealth and online coaching for us. And with us, we're trying to stay at the top of the field and incorporate research and evidence. And we want to do that in whatever way we can to help make people better faster too. So yeah, I would love to have multiple clinics in the future, but if this goes well with telehealth, telemedicine, we might be able to reach more people across the country this way too. So
Yeah.
I'm an open book for growth and entrepreneurship, definitely.
I love that. That's something through my process is interviews, jobs, resumes. Everyone always says you need to have, goals set in stone, which I do agree. You need to write down your goals. You do need to stay on those goals, but being flexible in your growth and understanding your environment and what's going on in your network, and being able to be flexible with those goals and adapt to the times and adapt to what comes to you, it's probably what has allowed you to be able to stay so positive currently during these times. That your ability to adapt and to grow to those around you is evident in your practice and also your handling of the current times as well. So the last thing that I want to ask you is where are people, who are you looking to work with? Ideal client profile that's out there, and where can they reach out to you or be able to book you for your service?
Yeah, basically anyone that is looking to physically improve themselves. That's blanket statement, but anyone after surgery, anyone trying to prevent a surgery for physical therapy, anyone with lymphedema. There's not a lot of specialists in our area. I know of two in our region, and I'm one of them. But through telehealth, we're able to really reach out and touch a lot of people. We can measure online. I can recommend tremendous exercise online. Not like being in a clinic, but still very effective. Anyone with Parkinson's disease that a friend or family member might notice, or someone who has a child is trying to get ready for their season of sport to have a little bit of an advantage or an edge. Also, any people who are feeling vertigo, dizziness, or weight loss too. We see a lot of people with weight loss, and I can give some broad dietary education as well as the right kind of education in regards to exercise with personal training and even online too. So yeah.
Awesome, Matt. I appreciate you. I love working with you. I've actually more personal input. I've only known Matt a couple of months. I met him luckily networking in West Virginia, and his passion to be able to assist others was evident from day one, and that's something that has continued and grown, honestly. So I appreciate you coming, Matt. I appreciate you sharing your business, sharing your future goals, sharing who you want to help. I know you're going to make a difference in West Virginia. I know you're going to make a difference in possibly, pioneering telehealth in West Virginia. My personal connections behind the state of West Virginia being behind technology-wise, and that's why I'm very passionate about this in regards to you and supporting you in this process, because I think it's great for you and it's great for physical therapy, but it's very, very good for the state of West Virginia. So I thank you for that. Thank you for everyone listening, and I highly suggest reaching out to Matt for any or all of the suggested categories that he has talked about so far. And thank you again, Matt, and look forward to working with you more in the future, Matt.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on. And just touch on West Virginia. You and I are both born and raised from West Virginia, and we serve a very impoverished community, but we have a fierce sense of family and belonging, and it's home for us. It always will be for my wife and I. We love this place. We want to give back to it, and we want to try to be the leaders in physical therapy and help people get better faster and to have their best outcomes possible. But we're going to do that any way we can, whether it be through telehealth or whether it be through brick and mortar place here. But I'm very grateful for folks like you trying to stay positive in a time like this. And thanks for having me, buddy.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Yep. Take care, guys.